What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Boom! What's up, everybody? The Predator, new movie out, directed by Shane Black, co-written by Shane Black, the man who wrote the original Lethal Weapon, the movie, not the TV show. I've never seen the TV show, have no desire to see the TV show, but the action movie series Lethal Weapon is amazing, despite Mel Gibson and what he became. But Shane Black directed The Predator. I went and saw it, and first off, I didn't know it was him. I knew it was somebody that I enjoyed. For some reason, I thought it was Rodriguez. The Planet Terror. Over the top action, which this movie kind of fits his style in a way. More so, it did not feel like a Shane Black. I mean, Shane Black's more Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was his first time he directed anything. Put what's his face back on the map. Robert Downey Jr. directed, I think, the third Iron Man, which I did not watch. So I don't know if that's any good. He also did The Nice Guys, which is a lot of fun with, let's see, I forget their names offhand. The Nice Guys is got blah, 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 blah. Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. Fucking great. Like a spy noir kind of. Like he does buddy stuff really well. You know, anytime he does a movie where it's two people, like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Lethal Weapon, fucking The Nice Guys, out of the park. Love it. Some of my favorite movies overall are those three movies. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, fucking The Nice Guys was amazing, and also Lethal Weapon. Like those are like, I don't know, top 20, top 100. They're in there though. They're amazing. They're so fun, and there's not really anybody doing them that well. Like there's a lot of the buddy kind of movies, but there's not a lot of them that do it well. But Predator, I'm not a huge Predator fan. I grew up watching the original. I had watched it a few times, I should say, while I was a child growing up. I don't know the last time I revisited the movie, probably a decade ago. Okay, so this new Predator movie coming out, I figured I'd give it a shot, even though I was thinking of the wrong director was directing it. But went in, and, big action movie kind of things, but, like, the writing is just, it's so disappointing when I saw his name at the end of this movie. Because, like, the whole time in this movie, I was like, the writing is horrible. The action scenes are like, super gory and fun, right? The characters are fun, but, like, the plot, which, I mean, I understand it's, like, a monster movie, whatever, but the characters didn't do enough to where, like, I didn't really give a shit about the main guy, like the other characters in his ragtag group of, psychopaths, army psychopaths. They're fun, even though it doesn't make sense. There's one guy who's from, like, Ireland in this group that's supposed to be an army guy that's, like, group 2 of the mentally disturbed that the government is shipping off to a loony bin or whatever. It really did feel like a bad 80s action movie. So it did have that feeling, but that's not necessarily a good thing. It didn't have it in a way where, like, Kong Skull Island, where it was really fun. Like, the cheesiness and everything added to it. Like, everything took away. The female character, the scientist who's obsessed with space animals. Instead of, like, every other motherfucker growing up called them aliens. But because she called them space animals, the government cross-referenced some shit and found out that she's the one they need to call. But then when they call her, she's not really much help. She doesn't really do shit. Like, it's really disappointing. Really disappointing that I don't know him personally, but it's like, it's a well-known writer. Like, he was, like, one of the best, like, his screenplay for Lethal Weapon was out of this, like, it was his first time, and it, like, out of the park success, and then this comes out. It's super disappointing. I mean, it depends on what scale you're going from. If it's just some, studio employed writer who, got this story that they're, transforming to use as a Predator movie, and you get some like decent director that's kind of got some fun action scenes, but it was just overall, like, I didn't care about the main character. The kid was too much. I think he went full Asperger's. Maybe he has Asperger's. Maybe it was like legitimately whatever. But I don't know. I just like it was an okay time at the theater. I saw it in IMAX. It wasn't a packed theater, but it was just like, I don't know. It was not a fun movie. It was a bummer. I was bummed out when the movie was over. Just like it was not as fun as I had hoped it would be. And yeah, I still have hope for Shane Black. Maybe he just doesn't do well with this. Maybe his intention was to do like a bad 80s movie, but it's like the thing with the Predator had Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? It had like this larger than life character. There is nothing in this movie that is larger. I mean, the one of the versions of the alien Predator thing is like larger than life, literally. It's like a 10-foot tall alien Predator thing because they're evolving. It's very similar to the Alien franchise, and like, but it's like a weak kind of sci-fi premise anyway. But it's just overall there was just no larger than life character. There was no Ryan Gosling. There was no Russell Crowe. There was no Mel Gibson. There was no Arnold Schwarzenegger from the first one or the black dude that was in the first one. It did have like homage lines, like there was a get into the chop or get to the chopper line, which was stupid because they were motorcycles, but they weren't choppers. Like he called them choppers, but they were just regular cruisers. Maybe they were Indians, but I don't even think they were Indian motorcycles. It was just really bad. I was super disappointed to see Shane Black did it. So go see it if you want. I'm sure there's a ton of people out there that just hate. They're like, you just didn't, the same people, maybe not the same people, but the same kind of argument that the people that enjoy the DC movies that have been coming out, where it's like, oh, you just gotta have fun. Well, although that one's kind of like, you just have to know the references. You have to do your homework before you can go into this movie and understand what the fuck's going on. Which the Aquaman movie looks horrible, but it's to be expected. Anyway, don't go watch it. There's so many other good things. Like, go watch Mission Impossible Fallout again. There's so many other things. There are some movies I'm looking forward to watching that are coming up. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend The Predator. I mean, I guess if you're a diehard Predator fan, I don't know how I'm not a super big Predator fan. It's the nostalgia thing. I watched it a few times growing up. Nothing that really. I had other movies that I watched a shitload of. But yeah, this one was just. It was whatever. I was super disappointed. So that's it, everybody. Go to my website, inspireddisorder.com, and have a great week. Have a great day. That's all you got to do. Just if you're having a bad day, hopefully after listening that at least you're not Shane Black putting out a piece of shit. I don't know. Maybe you're Shane Black. I'm sorry, bro. You can do better. You can do better work. That's it, everybody. Have a great week. Have a great day. Peace out!
When a young boy accidentally triggers the universe's most lethal hunters return to Earth, only a ragtag crew of ex-soldiers and a disgruntled science teacher can prevent the end of the human race.